Step number 4 in the 15-step playbook for pain relief. Welcome, everybody. It's Jason Barlow, RMT, and I'm here today as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform any stress, any tension, any pain. You got any of that going on this week? Into health, happiness, and vitality. All right, I'm going to shut down my email real quick. And we don't have that going on in the background. So welcome. Every Thursday, I like to share a tidbit of information from my book, my new book, the 15-step playbook for pain relief. Act quick. Go get a free digital copy whilst you still can. This is going to be removed in the coming weeks. Very shortly, this will become part of a program that I'm going to offer online and virtually. You can still get a free chapter from my book, and we might rotate those chapters over a period of time. But what I'm saying is, whilst you can get the free package itself of the book in a digital form, just go to my website, jasonbarlowrmt.com, and leave me your email, and I'll fire off a digital copy. If you want to get a physical copy like this, just go to Amazon, wherever you are, and just put in the 15-step playbook for pain relief. It should pop up straight away because there's nobody else got that name titled for their book, the 15 steps. It's great. 15 steps. That's all I'm giving you is 15 steps. It's so easy. I have summarized my 20-year plus career in helping people transform their stress, tension, and pain. And I've condensed it into 15 steps. It's a book that is, how many pages we got in this? Just over 55. It might take you an hour to chew on. Now, my advice is don't just read it once. That's not what I've designed it for. It's meant to be a guide, a reference, a playbook. That's why we called it the playbook. So you're going to roll it up, stick it in your pocket, throw it in your gym bag, take it with you to work. The more splatter you got on it tells me you've used it even more. Highlight what's pertinent to you and revisit the book. Reaffirm to yourself the information that's in this book. That's how you're going to get results from this book. You just read it once, put it down, you're not going to get very much out of it. It's a playbook. It's meant for you to be live and virtual and engaging and trying and testing and stretching and pushing. And especially the last few weeks, I've been centering in around the mindset. To me, that's the most imperative, most important aspect to achieving more health, absolutely for more happiness, and by virtue of that happiness, then more energy and vitality. Your energy expression is directly correlated to your level of inner peace. The degree to which your mind is peaceful, to that degree you'll experience happiness. A Kadampa Buddhist monk taught me that years ago, and it's always stuck with me. The degree to which your mind is peaceful, to that degree you will experience happiness. Everything we're doing every day is giving us some level of happiness, but if you check and ask yourself, is it giving you the happiness that you really want? Is it giving you the lasting, enduring happiness that you're actually seeking? Temporarily it does, but is it giving you the lasting? You check. Okay, today's focus, we're moving on now to the physical body. And step number 4 is starting in my top 3 stretches. Again, this information is all in my book, which you can get for free right now if you act quick. So step number 4 is my exercise number 1, which is known as the Superman. Now, this particular exercise, the reason why it's my first exercise choice is being a personal trainer for many years, now as a massage therapist, still continue to educate and teach people how to move their bodies, how to sit properly, and so forth. This, to me, is the number 1 exercise because it's a big bang exercise. You're recruiting everything from the top of your head to the tips of your toes when you do it properly. I got to qualify that. You might look at this picture, might download the book, read it, great. You might try it and go, and not continue. So again, you got to continue, reiterate over and over and over again. Listen, when you learn to walk, not that you might have a memory of this, but ask your mom, ask your dad if they're still around. Ask them, when I was learning to walk, how many times did I fall? How many times did I fall? And you can just imagine, right? If you've got kids, you know where I'm going with this. If you gave up after 3 or 4 times of trying to learn to walk, you would not be where you're at right now. Now, you can apply that across the board to anything that you've taken on in life. If you just tried it 2 or 3 times and didn't give it your full attention and you didn't follow through consistently, you didn't get a result. What have we been saying the last number of weeks? Okay, what have I been saying the last number of weeks? If you want to have different results, you've got to take different actions. If you want to have different actions, you must have different feelings, because your feelings are determining your actions. And where do all those feelings come from? We usually point outside. Well, he made me feel, she made me feel. It's completely untrue. We're going to check this for ourselves, but it's completely untrue. All our thoughts are coming from our mind that we can learn how to control. If you're interested in that, go back to the last few weeks of these podcast episodes and download this book and jump into the beginning chapters, because that's very much what I revolve and talk about. So if you want to have different results for your physical body, for your posture, you can't just do this exercise once. You can't just do this exercise 4 times. This needs to be a habitual exercise that you repeatedly do. And even more important for somebody who has sat for most of the bulk of their day for their work and the drive and the pilots, you just apply this to yourself. If you sat for the majority of your day, you need this exercise. It's not a should do, it's an imperative. It's a you must do. Jason says it must be done. So this exercise is very powerful. Why? Because it's training everything from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And if you recruit the abdominal muscles correctly, you're going to engage the deep abdominal wall. When you engage the deep abdominal wall, you are stimulating your pelvic floor muscles, which connect and unite together with all of your spinal stabilizers, all the muscles that run the length of your spine, that hold your head upright, hold the shoulders back, keep your spine in a nice optimal alignment, hold the pelvis beautifully. Therefore, all the appendages, the arms and the legs, will flow in accordance with your strength, your stability, your capacity that is coming from your core. Don't do this exercise, don't have those things. Really, like I talk about at the beginning of my book about postural awareness, that's great, that's absolutely critical, because in between all these exercises, that's important. It's like me saying to you, change your mind, but unless you formally sit down and meditate and focus on your mind and learn to take attention through meditation, that's your training tool, it'll never carry across to your daily life. So postural attention or postural awareness, as we talked about in the past weeks, is a golden ticket if you do nothing else. But if you're truly serious about transforming your health, your happiness, and vitality, if you want more of that, take this on board, my advice, and give it justice, give it time. So I won't spend too much time just now going into the intricacies of how to do this exercise. There is a link in the description below. It's jasonbarlowrmt.com/quick, QUICK, hyphen, little dash, teach me. If you go to that, it takes you to my website, specifically to the resources. It's going to show you my top 3 stretches and my top 3 exercises from this book. So there you have it. Before you even get to next week's session, you've got already step number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right away. So my advice is, between now and when I come back next week and talk about exercise number 2, try them all. Try them all and experiment and get a sense of what they're doing for your body. And if you're unsure how to do them specifically, go back to my video, because I'm giving you the very vivid description of what it is that we're trying to do, how we try to achieve it, and the number of repetitions that we're trying to achieve with it. Listen, let me put it this way. I've given these exercises out for the last 20 years. I've never had anybody come back to me that said, I did this so much that I've overdone it. I've never seen anybody have, their spines go from here to the complete opposite. I've seen them improve. I've seen them get better and closer toward where we're trying to achieve that optimal alignment. But I've never seen anybody do them too much. Why? Because we just have so much postural debt and we're constantly having to work against it. So critical. Move right away onto doing this exercise to help exactly do that. Pay off that postural debt. And we want to do that as swiftly as possible. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you found that of benefit. Remember, go to my website, jasonbarlowrmt.com. You can get a free digital copy whilst it's still available on there. Act quick, soon enough. My program's about to launch here, and I'm quite excited to do that for you guys. I hope you're finding benefit from what I'm sharing with you every week. I'm here Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Listen, I'm not getting much by way of feedback. There's some people out there, I believe, it tells me each time, but feedback is valuable. If this is not something you want to hear, I want to know. I like teaching it, but who knows if that's actually what people want to hear. So please let me know in the comments and descriptions below if this is benefiting you, how it's benefiting you. Give me some feedback if you want to hear more about certain things or you got questions. I love dialogue. This is still foreign to me that I'm talking to a screen and nobody's interacting with me. Whereas at least when people come in for a massage, even if they're snoring, I've got some interaction going on. So any feedback is valuable. I really will benefit from that. I've benefited greatly, even if nobody's been listening into these. Remember, your muscle health is my #1 priority. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. We got our book of the week. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.